Hey guys, how you doing? It's Alan from Vancouver with my good friend Bob. And today's topic that we want to talk to you about is all about trust. Sounds like a very common piece of information, but I'm telling you, it's not. Because we've actually found that probably 98% of the population out there in business still don't focus on this one concept. And in my opinion, it's also partially why 90+% of them are failing in business. So listen in, okay? Bob, thanks again for being here. Much appreciated. And fill us in. Give us your great piece of information. I'm starting off, in your opinion, what is trust in today's business world? What does that mean?
Trust is the ability for one person to have wholeheartedly agree to what the other person wants or what the other person believes in.
Okay.
He wants to do what the other one is trust, and he relies on them, gives all authority to the person.
Okay. And why is that even important for us to recognize that trust has to be a factor in the business building process?
Well, when you see most of the people outside, they always want to rush in and doing the company. They want to say, my company's also always so great, it's all this and that. But if we get the basic thing, the recruit what it wants to do, whatever the person wants to do, it's not what the company what they want. It's how the person you are, how you are selling yourself. If they like the way you are doing, you got the trust with you, you work a relation with them, they'll do anything. Even if you say you want to say picking up a dog poop or whatever in the company, they'll do it. Okay? If they got the trust in there, you say yes, we can do this. This is how we're going to do it. They'll do it.
Okay. I gotcha. So how does somebody build trust between them and the people that they want to do business with? What steps do you take in order to establish that connection of trust?
When you're building trust, you have to be yourself. Right? You don't want to be a company person, meaning you don't want to keep pushing the company and say, oh, my company is this, mine is this. You rely on yourself, saying, I can do this. If you need some help, I can oblige you. I can help you with this stuff. I can do this. Okay? If you need this, I can go through this company and I can do that. Right? That way you got trust. Yes, if you don't know the answers to things, then I will find it for you. Right? That way, yes, you get the trust out there. The only way. If you're saying, oh, my company is this, company is doing that. The other person looks, why do I need you for? Right? You can go to anybody else and the same thing. You go one-to-one and say, yes, you can do this for them. And you build a relationship, get to know the family, get to know them, how they're working, where they work and stuff. Get them more relations. Maybe they got the same problem, say they like same team soccer team or same hockey team. That way you got a relationship. You get to know them, they get to know you. Then you can be better at it. Right? Once that trust is built, then you can go ahead and sell or whatever. But try not to push your stuff. Just say, yes, I have an option. Would you like doing this? Have a look at this thing.
Gotcha.
Then leave it up to them. Right? Don't force it anymore, just let them decide. If they don't decide, go back to them later on and ask them again. If they had a chance or something. Right? Be a little persistent, but don't push. Right? Just ask them, if yes, we have a look. Right? Have you thought about it? Right? But remember to bring up the conversation between the two, the most common thing between you two of you.
It's really good. That makes sense. So in the last part, I wanted to ask, if somebody doesn't take the time to focus on building trust between them and the clients or them and the prospects, in the end, what do you think could happen to that business owner if they don't take the time to emphasize on elevating that skill set that's required? It is a skill to build trust with people, right? If they don't pay attention to that, what do you think might happen to their business?
You look at the industry, you look at say car mechanics. Car mechanic owner, right, brings in a person, trains the person, He shows them how to do everything. If they have no trust in there, what does the other guy do then? After he learns everything, he goes and opens up another shop. He takes people with him that he gets a relationship and trust with them. And you losing out the money. But if you got the trust and everything, yeah, he'll refer the people to you, plus everything. You'll get the money, plus he'll make money. That's what the trust is.
Gotcha. That's good points. So folks, to wrap up for today's call or today's session, it's all about trust. You know, the company, the products that you represent, that you have to offer the world, those are great, but people don't build connections with products and services and businesses. They build those connections through other people. So the question you got to ask yourself is your prospect going to feel more trusted or trustful of you, or are they going to end up feeling better connected emotionally and trusting of somebody else? Especially when you're dealing with products that range in the hundreds or in the thousands of dollars, or if you've got some sort of monthly auto ship program where every month they're continuing to pay for some sort of product or program, you've got to ask yourself, if they're going to pull out their credit card and they're going to spend that money, they're only going to spend it with people that they ultimately like, that they believe in. So is that person going to be you that they spend it with? Or is it going to be somebody who's maybe your competition? Let's make sure it's not your competition. Let's make sure that it's you, by you focusing on your ability to elevate your trust with your people. That about wraps up for today. Thanks for your time again. Glad to have you. Bob, thanks for being here.
You're welcome, Alan. Nice to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you.
And see you guys next time.
And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.